For every organization, customer is treated as king, as a god. Customer is giving immense importance, which is required for every organization, because without customer, the existence of that particular organization will be at stake, rather not required. The people around it, to manage it, to produce it, to serve it, nobody is required if there are no customers. So today, if you look at overall scenario of the world, it is customer centric. Good old days, it was seller's market. Today it is not seller's market, it's buyer's market. When we say a buyer's market, that means the person who's buying, the customer who's there, he's got upper hands. And at the same time, if you don't meet up to the expectations of the customer when it comes to a services, it becomes a problem. So you need to counter that and keep it in a mind that customer is always the king. So my name is Manohar Desai and I'm going to talk about customer service. Let's understand who's customer. Customer is the most important factor for the organization. If customer is there, your company exists. The people, those who are working in that organizations, they will get a job, they will get paid. If there are no customers, there is no other option than to wind it up. So customer is very, very, very important. Please understand, please keep this in a mind. Customer is not depend upon us. We are depend upon them. Our dependency is on them. Because of them, we will get our bread and butter. We can earn, the organization can earn, people working in an organization can earn their bread and butter. It's a life and blood of the organization. Please understand, it is so important. Source of income and business continuity. Now, what do we mean by a source of income? Source of income is very simple. Customer will buy something and with that you will get some money, you will earn some money. Business continuity is also tagged as a staple because you can sustain your business, you can expand your business, you can continue with your business only when you have customers. In a marketing, we always talk about the P's. Similarly, over here also for the customer service, we are going to discuss importance of the customer service in 4 P's. One is presentable. Presentable is that the person who's giving the service, be it face to face or on the phone, has to be well groomed, appropriately dressed when it is face to face service, but at the same time trained with the soft skills, total skills and etiquettes when it comes to handling, whether it is face to face or on the phone. On the phone also, your tone, the way you speak, your expressions, it should spell very accurately when it comes to giving the service to a customer. That's why the presentable aspect is very, very important in a 4 P's. Second is pleasant. The pleasantness when it comes to a face to face, beautiful smile on the face, and very positive approach, that has to be there when it comes to a presenting face to face. At the same time, on the phone also, that courteous replies has to be there when it comes to a customer service. The attitude has to be very positive. So positive is one more aspect out of a 4 P's. Should be sincere, helpful. All those things has to be there when it comes to servicing the customer. And a professional. The minimum requirement to cater is that whatever domain that person is associated with, the technical knowledge of that domain has to be there. That person should be trained to that extent that person minimum answers the required technical thing which are asked by the customer. Let's understand the formula of customer service. If you want to get excellent in your customer service, you will have to adhere to this formula. One is attention, second interest, third desire, and fourth action. Let's understand it very, very in detail. Make sure the person who's attending the customer is dressed well, well groomed, well behaved when it comes to face to face. At the same time, on the call, also, as I said, your expressions, the way you're talking, your tone, all those things has to be very customer friendly. That formula has to be adopted by the customer, because one customer happy, one satisfied customer will go and tell 10 people that, look, this is the company. For these services, please go to this company, they are very good. But one unsatisfied customer will go and tell 100 people. Please avoid that. When you start talking, always generate the interest of the customer by asking relevant questions. Whatever that customer is telling, listen to that conversation carefully, because that is required. If you listen to that, start mapping the expectations. What is that person is trying to say, or what is his expecting that we should do, or one should do, or the organization should do, and then suggest the option. Becomes very easy. Your option suggestion should come at the end, after listening to that customer, and after mapping the expectations of the customer. You can offer the option. Along with the option, you can do a cross sell. Cross selling is big topic. Actually, we will cover that in any of the video. Cross selling is that the customer has come to ask one thing, and you are selling 10 peripheral things with that, and it goes. I'm telling you, it goes. All of them, they may ask. Suppose somebody comes to buy a car, they may ask for discount. But at the same time, if you offer X thing, Y thing, again, there are so many other things. Like even if you're buying on online, the moment you select on one product, there are 10 other things comes. Okay, people are buying this combination, that combination, and this is the price, and this is how it helps. That's a cross selling. You have opportunity to do a cross selling also over here if you map the expectation of the customer, because your customer is asking for one thing, and you know that, like, the customer is looking out for XYZ thing. You can offer that, plus you can offer, if you take this, it will be helpful to you, and that helps. Some of the things, like, the desire, please understand one thing: never force your idea on the customer. Never tell customer you do like this. Map the thing, what is the expectation of the customer, and then suggest the option. Don't throw your ideas. Nobody will appreciate that in today's date, because before coming to you to buy the product or for anything, they have done lots of study. Everything is available on the net now. So window shopping on the internet is already done. So don't throw your ideas. Just try to map the expectation and then suggest accordingly. Never argue with the customer. Whatever that customer is saying, shouting, never lose your temper. Not to argue at all. Secondly, don't assume anything. Oh, I thought it may be like this, that's why I did like this. No, no assumptions. And lastly, be very patient. You have to be calm and patient about whatever that customer is telling you. Make sure you are closing the sale with the customer's decision. Please ensure that. Some of the tips: answer the call promptly. It is essential you pick up the call within 3 rings, and never say hello. Hello, no. You have to greet the person. That too very pleasantly. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. How can I help you? This is, thank you for calling so and so company. How can I help you? Something like that. Whenever you're talking, your conversation with the customer should be neutral and very clear. You cannot go on defending also. You cannot counter the questions which are coming from the customer. Your talk has to be very neutral, polite, and courteous. Ensure that you are using correct grammar. That is very essential when you're doing a conversation with the customer. Keep paper and pen with you ready so that you can take a notes immediately. You don't have to, like, remember what I spoke and all those things. Immediately you have all those things and you can just scribble it and then action it accordingly. So that is also important thing. Some professionalism, like, that, or you can share your experience, or you can share the experience of other customers, those who have told you. Use that. That's a professionalism. You tell the people that you know something better than, you know uh, other people, you know professionally, politely, amicably. You see, again, as I said, very attentive, warmthness has to be there when you're discussing with the customer. Always refer by name, Mr. So and so, whatever, like, always refer by name. Don't say sir, ma'am, and all those things. Customer likes it. That's a personal, customized way of greeting and talking and attending and ensuring actioning the queries of the customers. Ensure you are giving a correct information, and once you are done with your bit, take the confirmation from the customer that whatever you have narrated, whatever you have explained, that customer has understood it. That is very important. Please ensure that your call is not on a hold for a long, and you are addressing the queries as quick as possible. Endly, just end the call very amicably and nicely. Like, thank you very much for calling, and take a name and all those things. While taking the name or important information where you cannot afford to do a mistake, ensure that these alphabets are used so that there are no mistakes while taking the details. Like, if I have to say Anokhi, then I would say Alpha Nancy Oscar Kilo Harry India. It becomes easy. So ensure that this kind of a thing is used so that you don't make a mistake while taking the details of the customer, which is very crucial. Lastly, increase customer satisfaction, very important. Improve efficiency, ensure the option or the closure is done very timely. So timeliness is important. Simplicity has to be there. No hanky fanky, like, whatever the customer is asking, just go back to that customer with the details. Consistency has to be there in services. Approach your supervisor if you stuck anywhere immediately so that customer is satisfied, and escalate the issue if you think it is threatening the solidity of the organization or the customer. So this is about customer service. Thank you for watching.